Hello students, hope you all are well and staying healthy. This is my first YouTube video. My channel's name is Science Spectrum and I am your teacher Rimi Nandi. Today I will teach you motion and I will be covering the topics motion, reference point, types of physical quantities, distance and displacement. These topics are based on class 9 syllabus. Students, motion is not a new term for you. You are well aware of this term motion as you have learnt in your previous classes. But this time you are going to explore this topic. When an object is said to be in motion. An object is said to be in motion when it changes its position with respect to time and reference point. Yes, these two terms are very important with respect to time and reference point. What does this term reference point mean? Let me explain you. Suppose if I say that a new cyber cafe is opening near my house, which is 5 kilometers away from my house. Have you noticed, students? I have mentioned cyber cafe is opening near my house, which is located 5 kilometers north away from my house. So when I am talking about the location of a place or on an object with reference to some particular point, that point is known as reference point. So here, house is the reference point. Reference point is also known as origin. And reference point may change as per the situation or as per the requirement. Now, I come to another important topic, types of physical quantities. Yes, physical quantities means the measurable quantities. There are so many measurable quantities we are using in our daily life like mass, length, time, force, work, distance, displacement and so many other quantities. There are two types of physical quantities and those quantities are scalar quantity and vector quantities. These two terms are absolutely new for your class. Let us see what are these quantities. When we say scalar quantities, it means those quantities which require only and only magnitude for their complete description. Children, magnitude means numerical value. We can write as numerical value. So those quantities which are described completely by their magnitude are known as scalar quantities. For example, mass. Mass of potatoes is, let us assume, 5 kilogram. So this says that it is the magnitude of the potatoes, a bag of potatoes. Or if I say Raman travelled 5 kilometers. So 5 kilometers, this is the distance which Raman has travelled. So this distance is also a physical quantity. And it is which kind of physical quantity? It is scalar because we are giving information only and only about the magnitude. Now, let us study about vector quantity. Vector quantities are those which require both magnitude and direction for their complete description. So, those physical quantities which require magnitude and direction to describe them completely are known as vector quantities. Examples are, like if I say Raman travelled 5 kilometers towards south. So here, if you have noticed, we have mentioned about a direction along with distance. So we are giving some additional information. So whenever magnitude is added with direction, and especially when distance is added with direction, we call it another physical quantity which is known as displacement. So students, now you know two similar but still they are much different physical quantities, distance and displacement. So our next topic is distance and displacement. Let us take one example. Harish is a boy. Let us take this point as origin, means the starting point or reference point, and you can name it point O. Harish is a boy who has travelled 10 kilometers and reached another point A. He started from O and reached A. He again moved from point A to O. It's again 10 kilometers. Right? So now you can say distance travelled by Harish is 10 plus 10, that is 20 kilometers. Means distance is the actual length of the path. Actual length of the path travelled by an object or by a person. It is a scalar quantity and SI unit. SI unit of distance is meter. You can measure distance by using some other units also, like some smaller units like centimeter, millimeter, or you can use bigger units like kilometers, miles, etc. Now we come to another term which is new for you this time, that is displacement. Displacement of this particular case where Harish has travelled from point O to A and A to O is, surprisingly, it is 0. But why? Because displacement is such a physical quantity which is the shortest possible length between final and initial positions. So here initial position is O and he is travelling till A, then again he comes back to O. So final position is also O. That is why plus 10 and minus 10 will give you 0 displacement. Now let us take an example of a circular path. Rohan starts from point P and he starts moving around a circular path. If he completes one full round, He starts from P and comes back to P. What is the displacement? Yes, you're right. This time again, displacement is 0. Why? Because the initial and final positions are same, and you have learned that displacement is the shortest possible length between final and initial points. So this way you have learnt about zero displacement. But dear students, do you know you can have positive and negative displacements as well. Let us see different cases. Now, I am taking some different cases and we will be taking help of number line to understand these two cases. I am drawing a number line for your ease. Let us take O, point O as origin. Suppose a person A starts traveling and he travels 3 kilometers towards right. So I am marking another point B here. Now he comes back and travels 4 kilometers more beyond origin towards left hand side. So now you need to calculate what is the displacement in first case, and second case I am giving you. Another person, he starts from origin O and he travels 5 kilometers till point C, and again he moves 4 kilometers more in the same direction till point D, right? So I have given you two different cases. I can tell you in one of the cases the displacement is positive and in another case displacement is negative. So I think things are very much clear to you. So yes, you are right. You can see positive displacement in case 2 because the person is traveling 5 kilometers and then 4 kilometers towards the same direction. So here distance travelled by the person is 5 plus 4, it is 9 kilometers, and displacement in case 2 is again 5 plus 4 is 9 kilometers. So in this second case, displacement and distance both are same, 9 kilometers and 9 kilometers, and you can say this is the case of positive displacement. Positive displacement when the object moves in the same direction. Now let us take case 1 where the person moves 3 kilometers towards right. So as I have studied in number line, towards right hand side we always take positive value, so it is plus 3, whereas he moves 3 kilometers and 4 kilometers more beyond origin, means towards another side, that is left hand side. So it is minus 3 plus 4, 7, minus 7 kilometers. So it gives you minus 4 kilometers. So this is known as negative displacement. Have you noticed? Minus 4. This negative sign Negative sign always show opposite direction. Negative sign always show opposite direction. So this way you have studied about distance and displacement, and I hope you understood well. Next time I will be uploading more videos with some new topics. Stay healthy, stay tuned, and like my video, subscribe my YouTube channel Science Spectrum. Thank you.